Everybody nowadays is selling clothes. We know that. I sell clothes, she sell clothes, her mama sell clothes, her auntie sell clothes. All those bitches sell clothes. We know that. And I am back with another video. Today, well, if you're new here, my name is Cece. I give the girls business advice. I give you guys all the tea on how to start your business, build your business, maintain your business, have the best business, stand out in your business, etc., etc. If you're new here, join the family. Make sure you hit subscribe. If you like this kind of content, I'm gonna be spitting out more videos on a regular basis. Now that my job has calmed down, I'm kind of in a different position now, so I can finally like get back focused on my YouTube shit, give the girls what they need, you know what I'm saying? This video, as you already know from the title, is gonna be what should I sell in 2022? First question you need to ask when you're trying to figure out what should you sell is, why are you selling? Are you selling to make money? Are you selling because you like selling? Are you selling because you're good at selling? What is your goal? Are you selling because you want a storefront at some point? Have you done this type of thing before? You need to establish those things. So in my opinion, if you have no experience in selling, this is going to be your first time kind of getting your feet wet, learning how to market, find customers, all that good stuff, products, blah, 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 the whole shebang. I would recommend selling something that is highly desired by a good amount of people. And when I say highly desired by a good amount of people, I don't mean overly saturated. So everybody nowadays is selling clothes. We know that. I sell clothes, she sell clothes, her mama sell clothes, her auntie sell clothes. All those bitches sell clothes. We know that. But the thing is, the more that people are like selling clothes, the harder it is to sell clothes, because it's like everybody's doing it. You know what I mean? So it's like you can get clothes from anybody nowadays. The thing is, don't be afraid to like step out. Like if there's something like kind of different that you think you want to sell, that you think people would like, skincare, jewelry, purses, shoes. What I've learned over time is the more you're specific and kind of niche down, the better it is and the easier it is to get customers in the door in the first place, and to have like consistent sales and build a good reputation from the jump. So a lot of the girls that come to me for coaching or to get their website design, they always are like, oh yeah, I want to sell clothes, and I want to sell purses, and I want to sell jewelry, and I want to sell lashes. And I'm like, okay. A lot of us have this mindset of like, okay, I'm just gonna sell everything I like. No. I'm gonna tell you right now, that don't work. It doesn't work. So the more you try to sell to everybody, the more you're gonna sell to nobody. You need to establish your brand and kind of get in the door, because nobody knows who you are. If you're just like, hey, I sell this and this and this and this and this and this and that, then you're like, oh, okay, just another one of these new entrepreneurs just selling shit, trying to make $1. You need to sell something, get good at selling it, get known for selling it, build a reputation, build up a customer base, and then when you want to like branch out and do more things, it'll make more sense to the audience you already have, if that makes sense. But at the same time, once you've already established an audience that likes what you sell, I would advise against selling something like completely unrelated, because you might throw off and kind of ruin your whole customer relationship thing that you built and worked so hard for. So there's a lot of things that go into it. Just make sure that you take your time when you decide what you want to sell. Don't think that what you want to sell is weird because other people aren't doing it. Honest to God, all that really matters right now, and the way to survive, is standing out. If you're not standing out, you ain't making no damn money. If you're not standing out, nobody cares. Like honestly, nobody's gonna care what you're selling, because you're just like him, her auntie, and her uncle. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's selling 2-piece sets. You know what I mean? So, and that's not to say that you can't sell clothes. You absolutely can sell clothes, but if you're going to do it, you need to really understand it, know why you're doing it, know who you're going to be targeting. You need to have a plan, because in a saturated market, you can't just go in and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna just sell clothes, because it's not gonna work. I promise you it's not gonna work. Say I only sold casual wear, and then all of a sudden I want to add in lingerie. I may get a few of my loyal customers that try it, but they're gonna be like a little confused, you know what I'm saying? Because that's not their thing. So you don't want to lose. So the biggest thing in having a business is customer relationships. Once you've established really good customer relationships, you don't want to ruin those just because you want to be target. get customers in the door by selling a good niche of things first, and then branch out relevantly as time goes on. For example, if you're gonna start off selling sex toys, and then, okay, you got your customers, you're making your consistent money, you got a good base, you know what I'm saying, a good audience kind of developing, and then eventually, you know, after some time, you're like, okay, I want to sell lingerie. That would make sense, you know what I'm saying, rather than like, oh, I sell sex toys and I sell lashes. Just like Shein or Shane, however you say that company, just like them, they didn't start off selling hair and all this random shit. They started off selling clothes. They got really popular and big on selling clothes, and then they started to add this and that and this and that. By the time they were adding shit that was not relevant or related to their clothes, they had already had millions of customers. You see what I'm saying? Until we're on that scale, we're not going to just like confuse and just throw out a bunch of different shit at people, because they're gonna be like, what do you do? Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Don't confuse people. Keep it simple, trust me. The second thing I kind of touched on, but not too much, is, do people want what I'm selling? You know, think about your customer base. So if you're gonna sell, I gotta give you guys an example. That's the best way I can explain things, is giving examples. So I had a girl that wanted to have an online beauty supply store. So I made the store for her and whatnot, but at the same time I had to tell her, like, okay, you're selling, you know, the little rubber bands, the little combs, you know what I'm saying? Little shit like this, right? What would be worth it for a customer to buy that online, wait 3 days for shipping, when they could just go around the corner to their local beauty supply like they always do and just buy it there? See what I'm saying? And this stuff is already cheap anyway. Are you planning on building a lucrative business off of selling $1, $2, $3 products? See what I'm saying? You have to think about this type of stuff. So based on what you want your actual end goals to be, you need to align your business that way in the beginning, where it's actually possible. Because if you start selling like little shit, like if I start selling pencils, baby, my end goal is not going to be to make $1 million off of selling basic pencils that everybody can go get from Dollar Tree right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be smart about it. Think about it. Like, and this video isn't to discourage people and like lead you the wrong way or tell you that like your ideas aren't good and stuff like that. That's not at all what I'm doing. I just want you guys to have realistic expectations and actually plan ahead, instead of getting there and then being like, shit, I should have thought about this sooner, you know? Because I've been there. I was already in this spot before. That's why I'm trying to put y'all on game. Do people want what I'm selling, and why would they come to me to buy it? Is what I'm selling hard to go get right around the corner? Is it? You gotta think about that. Like, think about it. Also, think about the community that you're going to be selling these items to. Are they going to be willing to spend the amount of money that you're going to charge for your stuff? Things like that. Like, try to plan this shit ahead of time. Trust me. You will save a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of headache. Okay? Plan this shit ahead of time. The third thing, I kind of already touched on it, but what are my goals going to be? Are my end goals realistic? So like I said, make sure that when you are setting your goals, you're setting them realistically. Your first year, if you've never sold anything ever before, this is your first online business. So say this is your first online business, you ain't never sold none before like that, like majorly, or even minorly, and your first year shouldn't be like, yeah, I'm gonna make 50,000 this year. Not year one. Not year one, babe. Not year one. Unless you have a concrete plan you done did. When you're starting a new business, a new venture, I think that you do better if you stay in the mindset of, okay, right now I'm learning. I want to make money. I don't know how much money I'm going to make yet, but I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna do my best at it. I'm gonna research. I'm not gonna have any expectations. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do my shit, and the money will follow. That's the thing. Money will naturally follow if you're doing everything right. But if you're only thinking about the money and not how you're gonna get to it, you're not gonna get to the money. I promise you ain't gonna get to the bag. So Focus on structuring your business. Stuff takes time, it takes practice, it takes research, it takes messing up. Oh, don't do that no more. Oh, this worked, cool, let's do that. Let's do this a little bit. It takes time, it takes trial and error. So be realistic in the beginning. A lot of people want really quick rewards without the effort. It doesn't work like that in the real world, it does not. So you got it. You gonna make your money. You gonna make your bag. Just worry about the bigger things first, okay? Worry about the bigger things first, because anybody can make money quick, but maintaining that money and growing that money is what's difficult, honestly, with making a business. It's not that hard to sell stuff in the very beginning. It's really not. It's not. What's hard is bringing those customers back, reaching more customers, making sure that you're giving all those first customers such a good experience that you get word of mouth now. You know, that's how you're gonna get retention, and you're gonna, you know, it's a lot of shit that goes into it. So just focus on doing your best first. Have a clear vision, clear goal. Don't confuse people, and you're gonna be okay. The fourth thing, which is like super, super important, is studying your competitors. So look at the companies that are already selling or doing similar to what you're trying to do and see how it's going for them. And I'm not saying to copy, because I don't believe in copying people. But I'm just saying, look at their progress, look how far they've came, look how long they've been in business. See how their customers engage with their posts, with their products. Me personally, I would look through their followers, see what kind of people they are, just so you kind of get an idea of like, okay, this is going to be the kind of customer that I'm going to be targeting. What do they like? What are their interests? You know, try to figure out why they're even buying from this company. Is it because they have good prices? Is it because of the way they market? Is it the way that they make them feel? Is it their brand colors? Is it their message? All that stuff. Look into all of those things, because they all matter. Those are going to be the key points of your research that are going to help you know what to do when it's time for you to do your thing. Because sometimes it just boils down to a few little things that we're missing that kind of stop us from like being up there on that level. So like I said, we're not doing that to copy people, we're doing it to learn, okay? If somebody's already done it before you, you can always learn from them, even if they didn't do everything right. I fuck up a lot. Anytime I do coaching, I tell my girls all the time, all the things that I did wrong, so that they can learn from them and do differently. So even if you're looking at a competitor that has barely any sales, barely any followers, whatever. Followers don't equal sales, by the way, just so you know. Don't ever get those two confused. But just look at what they're doing and why maybe you think that it's not going so well for them, or where it could improve, where it could be better. Where would you fit in? Where would you stand out? You know what I mean? So definitely look at your competitors or similar companies to what you're trying to create. The last thing is going to be do some research. Who are you going to have supply your products? Who's going to be your suppliers? Have you compared the suppliers to make sure you're going to get the best price for your product? Have you tested out the products first to make sure they're actually good products and don't just look good in pictures? How are you going to get your images? Are you going to be doing stuff where you need to do a photo shoot, or are you going to have to hire people to do a photo shoot? Stuff like that. These are kind of things that you're going to have to plan along the way in business stuff. Do not, and don't let me catch you stealing people's photos from Alibaba and AliExpress, the little stock photos. Don't do that shit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be that one. I promise you that shit will catch up to you in the long run. It's not worth it. People don't like that. When people see that, they get turned off. Don't nobody want to buy from you who's claiming you got the best boutique in the game, blah, 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 whatever. And I know you stole them pictures off of AliExpress. How do I know what I'm getting? Am I getting some cheap shit that I could easily go and spend $10 on AliExpress and get? Or are you selling me something real? What's the point of buying with you if you selling the same thing as AliExpress? That's what they're going to think. So take your own pictures. Do your own thing. Who are you going to have do who are you going to have build your website? Your girl does it and does the damn thing. So if you need somebody to create your website, I do a very, very, very good job at creating websites, logos, mentoring, coaching, the whole shebang, all in one bundle. So if you're interested in getting it from me, you smart, and I'll leave the link down below. But if not, that's fine. Just make sure you kind of plan these things out so that you go out the right way. First impressions are everything. You don't want to come out the gate sloppy, because people aren't going to take your business seriously. So I would suggest sitting down with somebody, doing a Zoom call, doing a coaching session, hire professionals to help you with some of these things. If you need some resources, I have a few and I'll link them down below. But yes, If you guys have any other video suggestions, anything else you want me to talk about, just let me know. Comment down below. If you haven't yet subscribed, leave a thumbs up on this video, and I will see y'all in the next one.